What's up, Diggletdreamers? Mathras here with Delta Battle League Week 12. This time my opponent is SharpDressedGaming and the Minnesota Wild Charge. I'm bringing a pretty powerful team, if I have to say so, if I could say so. We're just leading off straight off with Scarf Embor, and I'm blanking on why. Let me bring up the Delta Battle League thing. But I know Scarf Embor puts in a lot of work. A nice fire and fighting stab is really good against his team. I remember that much. Just gotta remember what specifically it's good against. He's got a Hydreigon, that's good against. What else does he have? Scizor, obviously. He has a non-mega Scizor, and I have the mega. Also hits Mamoswine, Magnezone, Celebi. Yeah, so it hits a lot of important things. And if I put, especially if I put the Scarf, I'm pretty sure it outspeeds things like Mega Gardevoir. Also, I can hit Milotic with Wild Charge. It'll hit Conkeldurr really hard. Basically hits everything on his team really hard, no matter what it is, except the Armaldo. The Armaldo is probably the only thing that can really take any hit reliably. So that's why I'm bringing Embor. Also, we're going to bring Life Orb Heliolisk, because this thing, Heliolisk is really just MVP on my team, no doubt. Instead of going for the Choice Scarf, Choice Specs this time, just decided to go for the Life Orb. I need a little bit more versatility, as we will see once I get later on in the team. But I think Life Orb is good. Dry Skin is, of course, to take any hits from Pokemon, specifically the Milotic. This thing pretty much takes on the Milotic, no problem. Volt Switch is awesome. Thunderbolt, of course. Hyper Voice. You know what? I might not put Life Orb on this, because I don't want to take damage. Citrus Berry. I kind of want the damage though. What if I go Choice Specs and Assault Vest? Alright, I think I'll do that. We're gonna go Choice Specs on you just because I want the extra power that an item gives, but I don't want to take the extra damage. Which is kind of the struggle with Heliolisk, I think, in that it needs an item to help boost it in some way, whether it's speed or special attack. But it's also very fragile, and honestly, it's not that fragile. Sometimes the bulk can be useful. Like, it can take a hit or two sometimes, so it's bad to slowly whittle yourself down with a Life Orb, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. But anyway, we did have Choice Band, but now we have Assault Vest. Incredible. The Azumarill, shoutouts to, oh my god, NBZ. Almost forgot for a second. Huge power, of course, although I was thinking about the Sap Sipper. Aqua Jet, Waterfall, Play Rough, and Superpower. Superpower over Knockoff, just because Superpower does. Fighting Stab is really good against his team. I want to be able to take out things like... Actually, this is probably good, because it can help me take on the Magnezone, which is a big threat to my Scizor. I can definitely take a Scarf hit, but probably not a Specs hit. I don't know, I might do some calcs. Assault Vest will definitely help me take a hit better if I even can't take a hit, and then Superpower will probably KO the Magnezone if it ever comes to that. And of course, the Stab is just great. Aqua Jet priority is really nice, and that's pretty simple. I'm going Scizor this time. Once again, going specially defensive. I have Bullet Punch, U-Turn, Superpower, and Defog. I was really debating whether I wanted Defog or Roost, because I really want all three of these moves, because this helps me a lot with the Gardevoir. This helps me a lot with the with Momentum, which is my favorite playstyle. It also helps me a lot with the Celebi, which could become an issue, but it might not. But Superpower is there because if I get trapped by the Magnezone, I am fully specially defensive, and I don't want to So basically what I calced is that if his Scarf Magnezone, I will not die to a Hidden Power Fire, and if he is Specs Magnezone, I have a chance of living. So I put Superpower on here so I could dish back a lot of damage. I don't think it'll KO, but it'll do a lot of damage, and that is what I need. So basically, if his Magnezone, I think it says like 60 to 70% Superpower, so as long as he gets into that range before he traps me, then I should be okay. Honestly, I might want to put Roost over U-Turn, just because I need that longevity. And if I ever get trapped at below max, then I have a much lower chance of living. See, this is why you go through all this stuff, so you can figure out, you can explain it, you can hear yourself explain it and see if it makes sense. Whoa, also noticing the EV spread. Why on earth did that happen? Wait, no, I want what is this? Why did this get messed up? Why would I ever have 248 special defense with the plus nature? I want as much special defense as possible. That's the only way I can potentially live a Specs HP Fire. Let me double check all my other EV spreads now. Alright. I'm just gonna put 0 in there. Okay. Looking good there. Alright. Hip Hop. Physically defensive Hippodon. Stealth Rock, Earthquake, Slack Off, and Toxic. This takes on things like Scizor, Conkeldurr, probably Mamoswine. Could also help out with the Magnezone, help out with the Braviary and the Armaldo, maybe even the Typhlosion if I need to, depending on its eruption range. But Stealth Rock's really nice against his team. Does he have any? He has a Scizor for Defog. And that is it. Braviary probably gets Defog. Oh, Armaldo also gets Rapid Spin, so there's that. But things like Armaldo, Braviary, Typhlosion, Mamoswine. Oh, Mamoswine doesn't. Never mind. These things, these lower things, all take 25% from rocks, and everything else does take a good amount. Of course, the Magnezone does not take much because it does resist the Stealth Rocks, as is the Conkeldurr, right? So they won't be taking much, but his team does take a lot of damage, and not sure if he'll be bringing Hazard Control, who knows. Probably should scout a few more battles. But anyway, let's move on to Ricochet, a Power Herb Sky Attack set, which is just the best set. I don't know why I ever didn't run it. High Jump Kick, Acrobatics to take advantage of the no item. Unburden, of course, once the Power Herb is gone. And Swords Dance, just as if I ever get the opportunity, the Swords Dance, then pretty much game. Your EV spread is good as well. Sweet. Yeah, I can potentially put in a lot of work with Ricochet, especially if I get up a Swords Dance. I think if I'm at a good amount of health with a Swords Dance, I think I just win. Yeah. Maybe Armaldo can take a hit. I don't know though. High Jump Kick at ×2. I don't know. That's definitely a win condition for me, is getting +2 Unburden activated. That would be definitely very difficult to get off though. Okay, is there anything here I could Swords Dance on? If I get lucky without a Scald Burn on the Melodic, I could potentially set up. Potentially set up on the Scizor, actually. Could potentially set up there. Everything else is kind of threatening though. I could potentially set up on the Celebi if it's fearing the attack. It might want to switch. But that's probably it. Everything else is kind of threatening. Maybe the Armaldo. Maybe the Armaldo. But we'll have to do some scouts to figure that out. Let me just check something. I want to make sure I can outspeed a Celebi if I'm adamant. So let's see, Celebi, base 100, let's go max, and we'll go timid, 328, and I'm at 335. So I should outspeed this thing, even if it's max speed, timid, jolly. I should outspeed this thing, even though I'm adamant. Yeah, double check, double check, double check. At 335, and this is 328. So, barring Choice Scarf, of course, I should outspeed that thing. But why don't I pause the recording until we get the battle going? I will be right back. Sorry, that was kind of a long team explanation thing. Alright, what's up, Dreams? We're here with the battle, and we got OG Hypnotoad and Ariadon in the chat. So my opponent, it might be hiding there behind the Conkeldurr's little thing, but it is there. It is a Scizor. It is not Mega, but mine is, so we know which one is going to win there. He's also bringing the Conkeldurr, the Celebi, the Milotic, Magnezone, and Braviary. So lots of things that I was expecting. I didn't really think too much about the Braviary, but I did decide to bring it. What other things was I thinking of? I don't know, but anyway, looking like a powerful Hawlucha Sweep. It could be my future. We will see, we will see, we will see. Does he have a hazard control? He has potential hazard control, but in both the Scizor and the Braviary. And I guess that's that. But I think it's a pretty solid play for me to get my rocks up early. Although you could predict that and lead my Milotic, which wouldn't really be the worst thing in the world. So I have a pretty safe switch in, so yeah. Alright, he leads Conkeldurr instead. So I'm just going to get my Stealth Rocks up. So he goes for the knockoff. That's kind of annoying. But I do have Slack off, so I should be able to take any one hit for the most part. The Earthquake does not that much, as I knew we could eat up a nice punch. There it is, folks. It's here. Turn 2. I knew it had been too long. I knew it had been too long. You know what's the crazy thing? Is that I actually I could have slacked off. I could have slacked off, healed myself. I could have out-healed his ice punches and beaten him 1v1. But he just had to get the freeze. Ah. Let's see if we thaw. Nope, we don't. As he does decide to go for the Drain Punch there. I did kind of expect him to switch up moves, predicting me to potentially switch. Okay, alright, okay. Let me check. I want to see what speed Conkeldurr has. Just like a normal, non-invested one. Jeez. Builder. It's 126. And I hit 136. So my Incredible should be able to outspeed. Alright, that's what I'm doing. So we're able to eat up the Drain Punch. And I think I just click Play Rough here. I could try to click Superpower, predicting the Zone or the Scizor, but honestly I don't need to. I don't need to make that kind of play because I have other things prepared for these two. I don't need to make that prediction quite yet. Let's go Celebi, that's okay by me. That Play Rough is going to do a heck of a lot. I know he loves the Thunder Wave Celebi. I know he loves that. So let's try to make some style plays right now. Ah, see? That's why you do your research. That's why you look into the replays. Also, while looking into the replays, I noticed that almost every time he brought Magnezone, he brought Air Balloon Magnezone. So if he brings that today, that can be really helpful. And he doesn't have Electric Immunity, so I am free to Volt Switch right here. That does 0. What do you think he's doing? You can't Thunder Wave, there's no way. I don't know if I want to get damage on my Scizor though. It's really my only switch in unless I want to sack my Hippo. But he didn't bring the Gardevoir. That's what I was the one. That's the one I was trying to think of. He didn't bring Gardevoir, which is actually really nice. I might be my play to sack Hippo right now, actually. I don't know. Let's go Scizor. So he goes for Leech Seed. That's annoying. That's really annoying. I swear, if he goes for Thunder Wave. Going back into Heliolisk as he goes Magnezone. Alright, so fortunately he doesn't trap me there. But and he doesn't have Air Balloon, so he could be a Specs, he could be Scarf. We are Specs, so we could potentially figure out what he is right here. If he outspeeds us, he's Scarf, and that means my Scizor should be able to take an Hidden Power Fire. But if not, if I do outspeed him, he's probably Specs. So I'm going to Volt Switch. He actually switches out, that's fine. That's totally fine. This Volt Switch does a lot. I have a feeling that might not be Assault Vest. May not be Assault Vest. There's actually a pretty free switch into my Azumarill, I think. Because I do outspeed, and I can just click Play Rough. Yeah. Nothing really wants to take this. Alright, down goes his Conch. That is great. I would love to have that thing go down. As he goes into this. It can definitely get a hit off on me, but I can KO with Play Rough. Yeah, let's see, what did Play Rough do before? Play Rough did 48 before. So unless he's planning on like Thunder Waving Paralyze Eye, I'm pretty sure I don't die to a Giga Drain or anything. Yeah, I can eat that up. He actually heals enough to survive. And we get a crit. That's good. Good. Alright. So, at this point, I think that's fair. Him getting the freeze. It all balances out somehow. Hacks for hacks, I love it. That is pretty big though. That is a big defensive Pokemon on his side of the field. He's probably not too happy about that being gone. But you froze me turn 2, so. Alright, now Scizor is going to come out. Honestly, I think I might just go Hip Hop here. Because it is frozen. It doesn't really help me too much at the the state that it's at. Although I could go my own Scizor. I don't want to do that. I don't want to take damage. I need to be ready for that Magnezone if I need to be. Yeah, I think Hip Hop is the play to do. The play to go to, as the Bullet Punch does KO, as he reveals the Life Orb. That's cool. Cool thing though, Emboar, he does still have the Melodic, so yeah, it's fine. I have Heliolisk to switch in that Melodic every single time. So honestly, just Stealth Rocks plus Flare Blitz damage should be pretty nice. 25, not bad. As he holds up the red card, interesting. interesting, is it phases me out into my Ricochet, but that's fine because I was going to go in my Heliolisk anyway, as he goes for Dragon Tail. But that's great that he does not have leftovers. That is actually great. As I just want to go for a play rough here. As he recovers, let's see how much this does. 43. That's not great. Let's just go for another one. As he goes for a Scald, does not get the burn, and we get another crit. Oh, that's unfair. That is not really fair at all to my opponent. Yeah, especially now because I pretty much get a kill with Embor every time. Just gonna Aqua Jet here. Bullet Punch does take me out, but Embor gets to come out and just click Flare Blitz and kill something. Yeah, I think Braviary will go down, especially after Stealth Rock damage, as we get another crit. Unfortunately, that crit did not matter. Yeah, Sumeral taking out a Celebi and a Melodic. Things that have never happened before. Let's see. Things that aren't really that useful anymore. Heliolisk, depending on if this thing is Scarf or not, and Scizor definitely. So I think Scizor is the play to make here. I think I could probably live a Brave Bird. Oh, maybe not. But I can click a Bullet Punch here. It should do a lot of damage. That Brave Bird does a lot, so that might be banded or something. But I am not physically invested, so, and I'm also not Mega yet. But we Mega Evolve, and we do a clean 38%, as he actually reveals the Heat Wave. Really unnecessary. But, okay, he's leftovers. I should have seen the leftovers before. But that does mean that my Ricochet outspeeds, right? And it should, and once I get the Unburden, it should outspeed his Magnezone as well, so I think that is game. As long as I don't miss a high jump kick, obviously, but then I should be able to come in with Embor, and I should be able to live a hit if he is Scarf, or if he's outspeed. If he's Scarf, I should be able to live a hit, but I'm just going to go for Sky Attack here. No reason not to. If he goes into Magnezone, I hit that thing with Sky Attack, I get my Unburden, so even if it is Scarf, I will outspeed. And there's the Sky Attack, takes out the Braviary. I just realized there was also a chance for Sky Attack to miss, so there's that. But we should just be able to click High Jump Kick here, and that is going to be the game. GG. A few lucky crits with Azumarill really helped us out there. Man. Those crits were really brutal. I apologize. SharpDressedGaming. Make sure to check out his channel. The link will be in the description down below. He does some good content. I've checked out a few of his videos. Of course, I had to scout some videos for my match with him today. Man, I really wish I hadn't gotten those crits. That's really unfortunate. I would much rather have seen this battle not rely on that kind of stuff. But I was talking with Ariadon and OG Hypnotoad before this battle that basically if I won, then it would pretty much clinch the playoffs, and if I lose, then it's much more of a race. So I think I'm in the playoffs now. I don't really know. I don't really know what I'm talking about, but I think the Boston Buizels have a pretty good shot of making it to the playoffs. We're definitely not top seed or anything, but I think we're going to be wild card. I don't really know what that means, but if you guys know what that means, that's what that means. Damn. Shoutouts to SharpDressedGaming. I really apologize for the crits. Azumarill was just born and raised in Crit City. That's all there is to it. But anyway, let me get out of here. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, because your support does not go unnoticed, and the Boston Buizels would love to get some support on the way to the crown. Other than that, though, keep dreaming. I'll see you next time, and peace out.